Do you have any idea what is tuple in Python? Hi, this is Krupali from Know How Academy. So let's start with me. Let me tell you what you are going to learn in this video. In this video, you will learn why there is a need of tuple, what is tuple, and what are the different methods of tuple. So let me first tell you why there is a need of tuple. In Python data structure, you already learned the concept of list and dictionary in Python. So basically, list also stored data in ordered manner and dictionary also store data in a form of key value pair concept. Then why there is a need of introducing tuple? So let's say if you made a list and in future if you want to update a list, you can add data using append method and you can remove data from the existing list. But in reality, there may be a situation that once the data we stored in a data structure and we want to fix it. To store this type of things, tuple concept is introduced. And let me explain you with the example. Let's assume that you ordered a food dish from the online food delivery portal. Once food is packed by the restaurant, no one can alter that package. So that means that you, a delivery person, and even another restaurant person, even another chef cannot alter the food which is there inside a food pack. So that you can relate with the concept of tuple. So I hope you understand why there is a need of tuple. Now let me explain you what is tuple. So tuple is basically a one type of data structure which stored data in an ordered manner, but once the data is stored, you cannot alter it. So we can say that tuple is immutable. What is the meaning of immutable? Immutable means once you stored, you cannot alter it. Like list. In list, if you store it, you can delete it, you can update it, and even you can add new data. But in tuple, it is not possible. So that is tuple. Now let's implement tuple practically. So first of all, you need to understand how a tuple can be defined in Python. So to define a tuple, you need to write a name of a variable which consider it as a tuple. Here I am writing T1. So T1 equal to, then you should write a round bracket. Now in round bracket you can store value, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a tuple. If you want to print it, you need to write print T1. So this way you can store data and print data. As you know that list data is defined inside a square bracket, dictionary data is defined inside a curly bracket, and tuple data is defined inside a round bracket. So let's say this is the first way of initializing tuple. So let's say if you want to initialize nothing in a tuple, so you can just write empty round bracket and then you can print T1. So here your tuple is not containing anything. Let me just create another tuple which contain different data. So let's say here 1, then let's say contain the name. This is the person name, then 3, then 4, 5 and so on. Then print T2. So inside a tuple you can store any data type, mixed data type, same data type, whatever your choice. You can access tuple element using an index. So how you can print that? Let's say write a name of a tuple variable and write 3. It will print the value which is there at index 3. So let's say here I am writing 1. So it will print name of a person. So 1 is stored at the 0 index, person name is stored at a second index, 3, 4, 5 and so on, it will store at a next consecutive index. So this way also you can create tuple. The third way of creating tuple is T1. Then you need to write equal to sign and here you can write tuple and then you can mention, and then you can print T1. Sorry, I forget to mention the bracket. So basically here what I am doing, I am creating tuple from the list. As you know that square bracket is for list. So it will convert that list into a tuple. So this way of writing a tuple or this way of initializing tuple object is getting data from the list and initialize it in a tuple. So this way also you can do that. And the next method of writing tuple is like that. T2 equal to 1, then 2, then 3, 4 and so on. So if you write like that, automatically it will consider it as a tuple. So let's say here if you write T2, then it will print data in form of tuple. And if you want to know the data type of that variable, you can write print, then type T2. So here you can see that tuple is a class of that T2 variable. You can write like that also. So these are the different way of creating a tuple. The next thing is method of tuple. There are only two methods of a tuple. One is a count and the second is index. So let's see what count method is. So let's say I am initializing tuple with the variable tup1, then I am giving value inside that, and then I want to implement a count method. So let's say here I am writing a tuple1 dot count and 3, and let me print the value. So it is printing 1. So what basically count method is doing, count method is finding the occurrence of the value which I have passed inside a bracket. So 3 is occurring only one time. So let's say here I am writing 3, so output will be 2. That means 3 is 2 times in this tuple. The next method is index method. So let's see that. Okay, and let's see, instead of count I am writing index. So it is returning 0. That means it will return the index of an item which I passed inside a bracket. So let's say here I am writing 8. So it will print 4. But if I am writing 3, what index it will return? It will return 0. Why? Because index method will return the first occurrence of the element, or you can say it will return the first index of the first occurrence. Okay, so here you can see that. So this way you can implement tuple method in Python. Thank you for choosing Know How Academy as your source of IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate to the tech world. If you have any question, don't hesitate to reach out us. It has been a pleasure to share this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.